Hello friends, welcome back. Today's class, a little experimental class today. So I'm just going to combine some of the things that I like to do, sort of yoga, Pilates and mobility stuff. And we'll kind of combine those into one class. So this is very much an experimental class. I don't really have anything specific planned in terms of where we're going to end up, but we'll just move around position to position. And we'll hopefully have a good class which will have you feeling nice at the end. But we'll definitely be putting some work in as well. In terms of the props that we'll need today, I've got a block and a strap. I just like to have these handy. I'm not sure whether we'll use those or not, but grab those if you do have them. If you don't have a strap, you can use a t-shirt or something like that if we do get to that one. I'll pop these off and we'll get started. So just before we do get started, one more little thing. With this class and any of the other classes that you're doing with me, I really hope you're enjoying them, but if you can give me some feedback, I'd love some feedback. Not only will that help me understand what's working for you and what's not working for you, it'll give me a good understanding of that, but it'll also help you as well. So the better that, of course, that I get as a teacher, the better the classes will be for you. So drop me a comment, send me a message on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you. Let's get started. We'll start in spinal segmentation. Come to a tabletop position, lift your tail up towards the sky, and with the hands, a little pull of the chest forward. From here, nice and slow, we're going to tuck the pelvis under and round through the spine. Nice and slowly building all the way up, rounding through the upper spine, tucking your chin last. And from there, reversing, starting with the tail, nice and slow, tilt that pelvis up towards the sky and start extending through the lower back, the mid back and the upper back. This time we'll do the same thing, but now we'll start from the neck. Tuck your chin to your chest and begin to round upper spine all the way through to the tail. So I didn't want to talk right into the mic there. And then we'll reverse, starting at the neck again, lifting the neck up towards the sky and trying to slowly, this one's much harder, trying to bring the spine slowly back into extension. Beautiful. From there, we'll work on some shoulder calves as well from this position. From here, keep your left hand down on the ground, right arm out to the side, sweep it across towards the opposite arm, lift it up towards the sky, internally rotate thumb towards the ground as you reach back behind you. Knuckles come to the side, extend up, open up the shoulder, reach forward, back down. We'll do one more, sweep across and up, thumb towards the sky, thumb down, internally rotate, reach back to the side of your pants, kick back, thumb towards the sky again, rotate forward and back down. We do the same thing, of course, on the second side. So make sure you're lifting up as high as you can, you're rotating as much as you can, you're reaching back as far as you can to really ring out that rotation. Take a breath in, good strong brace through the body, squeeze your belly, squeeze your glutes. Left arm sweeps across towards the other arm, thumb up. Internally rotate as you reach back. We've got a nice little crack there. Reach back, open up, all the way down. Trying to keep your chest and torso facing straight down, not moving the hips around here either. That's it, we'll do one more. Kick back, open up, and all the way down. We'll prepare the hips as well. So I do these calves, honestly, whatever physical thing I'm doing, especially first thing in the morning as well. Start with calves, whether you're doing yoga, whether you're doing lifting weights, whatever you're doing, just start with calves. It's the best way to warm up your body, I've found. So from there, right knee in towards the chest, take it wide, internally rotate, kick up towards the sky. Knee comes towards the opposite knee, kick back again, rotate, reach that knee towards the sky, the outside of the knee, come back in. One more, in towards the chest. Knee goes wide, internally rotate. Think about that ankle lifting up towards the sky as you kick back. Knee stack, kick back again, wide, rotate, back down, switch sides, in towards the chest, left knee, abduct wide, internally rotate, kick up. Knee stack, kick again, knee goes wide and draw it in towards the shoulder, back down. One more time, towards the chest. Wide, rotate, kick up, knee stack, kick up again, take it wide, rotate back down. From there, come into downward facing dog. Lift your hips up towards the sky. A little bit of bend in the knees here to start with. Start to pedal out the feet here a little bit. That's it. On the next breath in, look forward, walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, standing all the way up. From there, bring your hands to chest, sit down into a squat. From that squat, start to lean back, draw the knees together into a boat, either straightening the legs, knees bent, or fingers on the ground if you need. From there, come into a low boat position, bring your hands to prayer, try and lift up over those hands. Just holding right there. From there, bring both legs up towards the sky, then trying to reach up, touch the toes and hold right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower the legs down towards the ground, nice and slow. From there, tuck your chin to your chest and keep that tuck of the chin as you start to round through the spine, rolling all the way up. Reaching forward, maintaining that roundness through the spine. Keep that chin tucked and start to lean back. And as you lean back, tuck your pelvis under and make this nice and slow all the way down. Think about rolling the spine down piece by piece. If you didn't get that one, don't worry, we're doing it again. Tuck your chin to your chest, being around again up through the spine. Keep that roundness the whole time, chin tucked, round, round, round as you reach forward. If you need to bend the knees on the way up or down, that's totally fine. Lean back, start to come all the way down, maintaining that roundness the whole time. From there, stay in this sort of semi-rounded position, so a little bit lifted off the ground, lift the legs up, and now start pressing the hands down towards the ground. Keep driving the hands in towards the mat. Lifting up, working your core here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, come to sit up and take the legs into a number 4 position. So the left foot in towards the right thigh. Let's just start to lean forward here. A little bend of the knee, and just take 2 to 3 longer breaths. All right, from here, we're going to do something called pails and rails from this position. So from here, a little bend of the knee. Even if you can straighten the leg, just have a little bend in the knee here. And then from here, start to reach your belly button towards the toes to find a stretch right in the middle of the hamstring there. So from here, we do pails and rails. We'll do 30 seconds either direction. The pails is driving the heel down into the ground and trying to drag the leg back towards you. Take a breath in, a good strong brace, squeeze your core, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your whole body, and start to drive that heel about 20% into the ground. By 20%, I mean intensity. Build up to that 30% intensity. Get to about 50. Get to whatever your 70% is and hold right there. The heel pressing down and dragging back. We're about halfway. And when I say rails, we're going to do the opposite. The body stays exactly as it is. And now I will try to lift the leg off of the ground using hip flexors. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse. Try to lift that foot off of the ground, keeping the torso exactly as it is. You should feel a good, strong contraction in the hip flexors here. Get up to whatever your 60 to 70% is and just maintain that. If that's too strong an intensity, just lower the intensity, no worries. Go about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. From here, you can straighten that leg out if that's okay with you in terms of your body. And we'll do some lift-offs from here, some passive range lift-offs. So if I'm in this stretch position here, I can't lift my leg off the ground. So I need to back out of that range a little bit until a position where it's challenging for me, I can get that foot, a couple inches off the ground. We'll do 12 reps. Take a breath in, good strong brace through the body, lift up, back down, lift up, back down, lift up, back down, lift up, and back down, lift up, and back down, up, and down. 3 more, up, down, up, down. 1 more time, lift up, back down. Nice. From there, lean back a little bit, lift that heel up, bring that foot in towards you into a butterfly position. So from here, we're just going to work unilaterally, so 1 hip at a time, and then we'll catch up the other side. So lean a little off towards your left side with your left hand as a post, and use the right hand to pry that right hip open. The same thing that we just did right there, pails and rails. We're going to do the exact same thing now, but for hip abduction, abduction, which is driving that knee down towards the ground using the hips, using the hip to rotate. Not rotate, but abduct. Alrighty, so from this position here, so I'm pressing that hand away, and that hand is a good strong block. Take a breath in, create some tension, and start to rotate knee into hand, trying to close the leg towards the opposite leg. It's our pails, and let's go to 50%. So just ramp up until you find your 50%. Keep contracting, keep squeezing in. 5, I should explain the opposite action, of course. The opposite action is driving that outer knee down towards the ground. 3, 2, and 1. You can release that hand and try and rotate, drive that knee down towards the ground. This is abduction, not rotation. I'm getting myself mixed up here. Find your 50% and just hang right there. Keep trying to drive down towards the ground. Feel all this outer hip stuff working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg back in, and now we take the left leg out in front of us, right heel in. So we'll start with pails and rails for this leg. By the way, I know we're going quickly from position to position. If you need a little slow down and rest, gather your breath, no worries. So bend that knee a little bit, lean forward, heel drives down and drags back for our pails. Rails tries to lift off. So again, we'll get to about 60 to 70% for about 30 seconds. Take a good strong breath in, pack that down, hold right there, and then heel drives down and drags back. Ramp up, ramp that intensity up. When you find about your 60 to 70%, just see if you can maintain that exact same tension. Just as we started doing this, I realized, oh, I already did this morning, so my hip flexors are really talking to me. 3, 2, 1, try to lift that leg off of the ground, contracting hip flexors. I'm going to take it to about 30% intensity. My hip flexors have had enough today, but you get up to your 70% or so, and just hang right there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, you can relax. If it feels okay for you, you can straighten that leg out, and we'll do those 12 lift-offs from here as well. So again, you need to lean back to a position where it's challenging for you, but not so much that when you lift off, you lean back. Torso stays exactly as it is. Breath in, good strong brace, lift off, back down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up, back down, lift up, back down. Let's go 4 more, up, down, up, down. 2 more, lift up, and down. Last one, lift up, back down. Lean back a little bit, lift that leg up, and can actively bring that heel or the feet together into that butterfly position. This time we lean a little off to the right. It's okay if that hip lifts up, that's fine. From there, left hand now drives that hip away from you. You might be better with this hand behind you a little bit here. You can play with the angle of that, that's fine. And again, the pails now is trying to close this hip, and the rail's trying to drive away from the hand. Take a breath in, good strong brace, and begin. Driving pressure into that hand. That hand is a good strong block. Get up to about your 50 to 60%, and we'll hold it right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rail. Try to rotate away from the hand. Get to your 60% or so, and just hang right there. This is something I really need to work on, is abduction actually. Keep working. Let's go another 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. From there, take the legs out nice and wide. For this one, you might be better in a seated position if this doesn't work for you in your body. Bring your hands behind your head. From there, actually I'll show this from behind, it'll be easier. So from there, hands behind the head, but again, if it doesn't work for you in your body, just take a seated position. Lift off, straighten the elbows. Then from there, internally rotate, reach back behind you. The hands come to your small of your back. Lift off, straighten, rotate thumbs towards the sky, and land back on. Lift off. Straighten, rotate thumbs down, hands to your back, lift off, rotate, land back on. One more time, lift off, straighten, rotate, hands back on, lift off, rotate, back on. Now from here, keep the hands as they are, and now just lift off and back on. Lift off, back on, lift off, back on. This time lift off, straighten the elbows and bend the elbows. Straighten and bend. Keeping the hands off the head, straighten one more time. This time internally rotate, reach back behind you, and then find that extended position. From there, externally rotate, all the way back up. Internally rotate, extend the arms back, externally rotate. Actually, don't bend. One more time, internally rotate. This time, land on the back, and we'll reverse. Lift off, straighten the elbows, and bend. Lift off, straighten, and bend. I missed the step. Lift off, straighten, and bend. This time from here, just lift off, back on. Lift off the back, back on. Lift off, straighten, rotate, and land back on the head. Beautiful. From there, let's come back to downward facing dog. We'll just get a little bit more movement through the hips here. From there, lift the left leg up to the sky, step forward and bring the back knee down. From there, reach the arms up. As you breathe out, start to straighten through that front leg. 2 more times, lift up and straighten. 1 more time, lifting up. And then from this time, plant the right hand down on the ground, bend the back knee, and reach and grab for that back foot. Take a nice little quad stretch here. This might be handy if you got your belt. You could use the belt here if you can't grab your foot. And release. Step back to down dog. And just before the opposite side, lift that left leg back up to the sky, draw it in towards the left shoulder or elbow, squeeze into that upper arm, lift back up, in towards the chest, lift back up towards the right elbow or shoulder, then lift it back up, and then step it forward into a half pigeon. If that half pigeon doesn't work for you, you can take a 90-90 instead. So I'm going to take half pigeon, and then from there, to find a bit of a stretch the outside of the hip here, think about reaching your belly button towards your knee, your shin, and then your tail lifting up towards the sky. Beautiful. Release that. Back to down dog. From there, the right leg lifts and step forward. Bring the back knee to the ground. Reach up, inhale. Exhale to straighten. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, reach up. This time that left hand will plant down, the right foot goes a bit wider. And take that lizard lunge, quad stretch. Again, if you've got the strap there, if you need that, go for it. Props are never better or worse, they just meet you where you are. Alrighty, lift back up, come back to down dog. Right leg lifts, right knee, right elbow. Reach back up, in towards the chest. Reach it back up, cross towards the right elbow. And then let's take that half pigeon or 90-90 on this side as well. So again, reaching that belly button forward, tail lifting up. All right, roll towards your right side. Sweep that left leg all the way around. And here we'll grab our block and we'll come down onto our backs from here. So from this position, with the block, take it to your your left thigh, and bring the right elbow onto that block. So from this position here, the right leg can be straight, it can be bent, whatever's comfortable for you. Reach that left arm straight out in front of you, and from there, lift up and squeeze the thigh and elbow into the block. Hold and release. Lift up, squeeze in both directions, particularly the knee, which will drop off the thigh. Back down. Lift up, squeeze, back down. Lift up, squeeze. 2 more. Lift up, back down. 1 more. Lift up, and back down. Switch sides. Block to the front of the right thigh. Left elbow catches that block. Right arm can be out to the side. And again, lift up and squeeze into that block. Lift up, back down. Lift up, squeeze, back down. Lift up, back down. Lift up. 3 more. Back down. 2 more. Back down. 1 more time. And release. Alrighty. From here, let's come to a prone position. So lying down on your belly. And we do the same thing for the shoulders that we just did in that wide-legged position. But now we'll just do the whole swimmers all together. So from here, bring your forehead down to the ground, hands behind the head. I'm not going to talk too much because I'm sure the mic's not in a good position, but lift off, straighten, rotate, reach behind you, let hands land on the back, lift off, straighten, rotate, back down, lift up, rotate, land, lift off, rotate all the way around. 1 more, up, rotate, lift off, lift up, rotate forward. From there, come into a Sphinx position. So elbows underneath the shoulders, hands planted down, and use the forearms here to pull your chest forward. We'll do something called Sphinx roll-ups, so kind of a bit of spinal segmentation here as well, really. So from here, tuck your chin to your chest, and begin to round through the spine, upper spine, mid-spine, low spine, tucking your pelvis here at the end. Get to this fully flexed, rounded spine, and then start to let the hips fall towards the ground as you gently lift the tail up towards the sky, bringing that spine back into extension, using the elbows to pull forward, lifting the neck up. We'll do 1 more, tucking chin to chest, rounding. And all the way back down. Nice. So this is more an advanced version of the spinal segmentation. So if you haven't done these much before, just do this from tabletop like how we started the class. So from this position here, let's come to lie down, forehead down on the ground. Take the right arm out in front of you. Left arm can just be in next to you here. From there, lift that right arm up, and then start to draw circles out in front of you. You're trying to lift the arm as high as you can,
and drawing sort of little golf ball size or tennis ball size circles here. But really keep driving that arm up towards the sky, and now take it a little bit wider towards the right. So it's hopefully started sort of out in front of you. Keep rotating, and now a little further over to the right. You're maintaining that same direction of the circle. Take it a little further out inside. I'm in about a T position here. If you're different to me, that's okay. And now making our way back, but reverse the direction of your circle. So now you're rotating the other way, bringing it a little closer towards your head. Keep lifting up the whole time. A little closer. Keep lifting up. Should be fairly fatigued by now. A little closer towards out in front. All the way out in front. And back down.
From there, you can come to a side lying position. So I'm down on my left side here, just so we can work some rotation of the shoulder here. So from here, I've got my fists facing down towards the ground. Externally rotate towards the sky, fight for more. Internally rotate down, fight for more. Externally rotate and internally rotate. Let's do two more either way. External and internal. One more. External and internal. Excuse me, we'll come to lie back down, prone on the ground, and we'll catch up the other arm. So remember, straight out in front first, then we take it off on angles, always in the same direction before we switch. Take a breath in, good strong brace. Lift that left arm up towards the sky and begin your circles. Again, you're trying to lift up as high as you can the whole time. Just keep trying to drive up, move the circle, move your arm a little off to the side. And you still got tension throughout the rest of the body here. You're still squeezing glutes and core. The other arm's pressing down, take it a bit wider. A bit wider last time. Keep lifting up, my arm just dropped down there. And reverse your circle here. Walk it back in a little bit. Sorry for the noise. Rotate in and move it in a little further. A little closer. Keep lifting up. Last time, lift up, rotate, and back down. All right. We'll come on to, we'll catch up the other side. So lie down on your right side here. Now we'll do those rotations with the left arm. Rotate externally and internally. External and internal. External and internal. One more either way. And internal. From there, we'll grab our trusty block. If you don't have a block, you can use a book, really anything for this next one. If you don't have anything, you can do it without as well. Come to a seated position with your feet out in front of you. And then from there, reach the arms straight out in front of you and a little bit of pressure squeezing into the block with the arms. From there, start to lean back. Don't lean as far as you can. We will get there, don't worry. Lean a little bit back and not using your arms to rotate side to side. Squeeze everything on the right side, your obliques, your abdominals here, and rotate you. Use your core, your spine to rotate you to the right. And then when you can't rotate anymore, squeeze everything on the left side to rotate you back to the left. Again, twisting or rotating your spine to the left and then back to the right. And now start to lean a little further back. Rotate back to the left. And if you're not at the same time as me, that's fine. If you're faster or slower, that's totally fine. But just keep squeezing out. It's so hard to talk to in this. Squeezing out that rotation either way. We can do one more. Rotate back to the right. Start to lean a little further back. If you're already on your back, that's all right. You can just chill for a minute here. Rotate to the right. And then rotate back to the left. Squeezing, rotating. One more time, back through center. Nice. All right, we can pop that block to the side, take the legs just gently, not all the way wide, you can if you want. And just a little folding forward here. All right, from there lift up. We'll do one more very similar to that, but now we use our strap. Again, this one you will need a strap or a shirt or a towel or a tea towel, whatever you got. So from there, plant the feet down, reach the arms up towards the sky and pull the strap apart from side to side. So now instead of focusing on the rotation, we're going to focus on a little side bend for this one. So from there, start to lean back a little bit and then squeezing everything on the right side, think about side bending to the right. Lift back up, side bend to the left. Just like we did that rotation, to get back to the other side, squeeze everything on that right side. To side bend you back to the right. This one's not any easier to talk in. You get the idea, just keep going side to side. Squeezing, wringing out as much of that lateral flexion as you can. Back up. One more either way. And back the other way. And release. All right, we'll cool down a little bit, everyone. To be honest, I have no idea how long that was going for. So let's take the legs wide again. We've been in this position a few times today. So from here, a couple of options, either right hand outside the right thigh, the left arm reaching over, or the right elbow inside, reaching up and over, or reaching and grabbing for the heel, and you can look to grab for the toes. Just choose the position that actually works for you in your body. And that goes with any position really, whether it's doing yoga, mobility. If it's really uncomfortable and you're just trying to get into a shape, you're missing the point. Just work with the body you got, and over time, your body will change and develop. All right, from there, roll straight over to the other side, and whichever option you're taking, the same 3 options. My hip flexors are feeling toasted. They've definitely had enough for today. Hope you're feeling good out there. All right, let's come back through center. Crisscross the arms, grab the opposite shoulders. From there, tuck your chin to your chest, begin to round forward. Rotate to the left, little side bend on that side, and then start to extend from the low, mid, and upper spine, rotating to the other side, side bending, rounding forward. Actually, let's reverse our circle. We'll just do one in each direction for that one. Rotating, side bending, extending, rotating, side bend, and rounding forward. From here, a couple of options, either cross legs with your left shin in front of the right, or left ankle to the outside of the right thigh. So from there, sit up nice and tall, and then turn towards that left foot. So I'm turning towards the right. And then if it feels nice, a little bit of reaching forward, and then maybe a little folding forward here. All right, from there, lifting back up, we'll finish with a twist on this side, and we'll repeat, and then we're all done. Bring that left hand behind you, sit up nice and tall. Just as we worked quite a bit of rotation there, without using the hands, just rotate your torso as much as you can without using the hands. And then maybe you can bring that right elbow to the thigh or to the knee, just to hold you in that position. If you want a little bit more, you can use that elbow to rotate you into a little bit more passive range here. So if you're wondering what the difference between active and passive range of motion is, that's exactly what it was. We rotate as much as I can using our active range of motion, and now we're using the elbow here and the arm to push us into a little bit more passive range of motion. All right, let's release. Same thing, second side. Again, either ankle to the thigh or crisscross with the right leg in front. Turn towards the left. belly button reaching over those toes, and maybe a little folding down here. All right, from there, lifting back up. This time we'll plant that left foot outside, right foot outside of the left knee. And again, we'll use our active range of motion to rotate the torso towards the right. And then the left elbow can be your little block here and maybe push you into a little bit more range. If you got it, if you don't, all good. All right, come back through center. Yeah, that's our class for today, everybody. So yeah, there's a little touch of everything. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, please let me know in the comments, did you enjoy this class? What did you enjoy? What didn't work for you? And we continue to try and get better together. If you do ever want to get in touch with me, add me on Instagram. I'd love to chat with you. Peace.